Hey, Shalom, to my Akim and Akwathiam. Yahweh Shai Mashiach, to my brothers and sisters in the Lord. First and foremost, I want to say, Call Halal, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Barak HaKadesh. All praises to the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, which empowers us and gives us insight to create this content to edify the elect in the 1/3. Man, Russia got that smoke, man. And all the smoke is coming to Babylon. All the smoke is coming to America, man. And it's beautiful. We're living in beautiful times because we're watching all these nations getting ready to come against this place. You know, while 2/3, and especially these women, still worship the philosophies, still worship this Edomite here and his court systems, his way of life. You know, everything he stands for. You know, we're going to watch all of this crumble in the sudden destruction. And we're going to be praising the Lord. Call Lawyer Yahweh Shai, man. But evidently, Russia has the avant-garde, and it is a game changer. And it is beautiful. This thing is like a hypersonic missile that travels faster than the speed of sound. And it surpasses any defense. Woo, this is beautiful. And it surpasses any defense that America has. And this is no secret. This isn't a secret. It's online. They know it. Woo, man, this is beautiful, man. So these other nations are getting the upper hand. Primarily Russia, Gog and Magog, which is being a covering for all the smaller nations. They're getting the upper hand, and they know it. in the arms race of the world, and particularly in the arms race against America. These proud Edomites are going to burn, man. Let's go ahead and read this article. I'm going to have a couple scriptures to close up with, and I pray that this will be edifying for the elect. Avant-garde changes everything. What Russia's hypersonic warhead deployment means for the global arms race is really what it's going to mean for America, because that's where it's going to be used primarily against this place. Salaki, got a little bit of indigestion, just ate. Moscow's deployment of avant-garde hypersonic warheads means the U.S. missile defense installations in Europe are now obsolete, and that Washington would have to spend a lot of money it doesn't have in order to catch up. Video released by the Russian Defense Ministry on Friday shows the hypersonic glider warhead being loaded onto silo-based missiles. For now, the avant-gardes will be mounted on the UR-100N or SS-19 Stiletto, as NATO calls them, ballistic missiles until the RS-28 Sarmat is ready to enter service. Let's look at it, y'all.
Пуск начался. Есть окончание точного приведения. Есть открытие защитного устройства. Есть запуск двигательной установки первой ступени. Есть контакт подъема. Старт. Начало отсчета.
Whew. There's going to be plenty of them smacking American soil in a minute.
Двигатели работают устойчиво.
Cameraman can't even keep up with the missile. Damn, I'm trying to be smacking you Americans, man. Smacking this American soil, changing everything forever, man. Your way of life is about to change, you Babylonian Americans, because they're going to figure it out. The men of the Lord and the prophets have been speaking this for a long time. And I've seen part of the destruction firsthand. The Lord was showing me this as young as 9 years old. I've seen them. I can tell you some of the missiles they're going to have too, man. A lot of them are going to be remote controlled. I've seen some of the missiles in a vision years ago coming through Washington, D.C. on a carrier. And this carrier or this plane had these missiles. And on the head of these missiles were like these black cameras. Like, you know how like you walk into secured, like a building, like a secured government building, or like even like a store, a grocery store. They have some black bulb cameras, like a black little dome cap, and the camera's actually within it. These missiles had those on them, and when they were being launched, you saw that smoke and fire coming from the back of them joints, right? From what we just saw in the video. When they was coming off of the plane, the hangar on the plane was releasing these missiles, and all this smoke and fire was coming from behind the missile, and the tip of the missile had this camera that I was just telling you about on the front of them, and these things would drop to kind of be going right, continuing right under the plane, and then their speed would just pick up and go to wherever they need to go. And what I'm saying is that they had cameras on them, and they could remote control these missiles to hit their designated targets. I saw this in vision, and in my vision, I was in Washington, D.C. when this was happening, and D.C. was being destroyed. It was being attacked, and these type of missiles were being launched on this place. You know what I mean? Man, it's bad. What's coming here is going to be bad, man. But pertaining to Job chapter 5, man, and famine and destruction, we shall laugh, man. So we're going to laugh at you people losing your minds. We're going to have a stable mind in this time because we have the knowledge and the wisdom through the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai that forewarned us of this time, right? We know what's coming. We know this avant-garde missiles for America. We know it's for this place, man. But this place got to go, man. But let's go ahead and continue, and I'm going to close out with some scripture, man. Hypersonic weapons fly far faster than the speed of sound. Damn. So y'all, these people are not even going to hear it. And the scriptures tell us that the destruction is going to come suddenly, man. People are not even going to hear it. Avant-garde is capable of reaching Mach 27. Mach 27, son. I'm gonna look that up. Mach 27. That sounds pretty damn fast, man. That's fast. Let's skip Mach 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, Mach 27 without losing control or disintegrating under heat and pressure. This means that the weapon can outmaneuver any defenses on its approach phase, rendering it absolutely invulnerable to any air or missile defense system. In the words of Russian President Vladimir Putin, invincible weapon, Russia's advanced hypersonic glider Avant-garde, now in military service, is ready like spaghetti, baby. It's ready. They've been talking about it, and it's here. America's no longer about to be the world power. That shit is about to be real questionable. From the strength of the petrodollar, which everyone is ditching, which is the reason behind many of the wars in the last 20, 30 years. You know, Esau's losing his grip, man. And the Lord is, the Lord's going to bring it on him. And it's going to be beautiful to behold. We don't have any defense that could deny the employment of such a weapon against us. They're just saying it. Look, America's just copping the plea, man. We know that this is the worldwide internet. It's the web. These nations know it, you know. Let's continue with how General John Hyten, then head of the U.S. Strategic Command, put it to the Senate Armed Services Committee in March 2018. Shortly after Putin confirmed the existence of Avant-garde and several other weapons. So America, over a year and a half ago, already admitted to not even to be able to compete against this thing, man. Not even to be able to defend against this thing. They're not even going to be able to warn you Negroes, man. People are going to be out and about, fornicating, bullshitting, stuffing their faces, doing whatever they do in Babylon. And then you're going to see buildings exploding. They're not even going to hear the crackle of the exhaust of this damn missile, man. They're not even going to see it. It's just going to be buildings exploding, man. and people getting burnt alive and disintegrated into a billion pieces, man. It's going to be a sudden destruction, and it's all going to be the wrath of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Our God is a God of war, pertaining to Exodus, the 15th chapter. I believe that's where it is. I may be wrong, but it definitely does say our God is a God of war, man. And he's about to show you. He's about to show you 2/3 degenerates. you heathens, you atheists, all those who scoff and mock the men of the Lord. You about to learn the hard way, man. Russia shows cutting-edge avant-garde hypersonic glider to U.S. inspectors. Oh, they showing you. These Russians ain't playing with y'all, man. And they're gonna put boots on the ground. There's gonna be boots on the ground here in America. It's not gonna be like nuclear explosion, boom, done. No, it's gonna be a full-out onslaught and war against America, man. Other submarine launches, jet launches, ICBM launches from silos. It's gonna be paratroopers like Red Dawn coming down on this land. It's gonna be they're gonna bring in their foreign tanks. Their tanks are gonna be on our streets, man. Dog, it's about to get real, Slim. And a lot of men, this is how the Lord is gonna put away a lot of these men. This is how men are gonna be men few upon the earth through war. You know, this is all coming here. In a major show of confidence, Moscow even showed the avant-garde to U.S. inspectors last month as part of an effort to improve transparency in observing the last remaining treaty limiting nuclear weapons. So Vladimir Putin and them boys over there just keeping it real. This is what we got. What's up? They not even hiding it. It's not. The biggest surprise is going to be when them joints smack this American soil. That's going to be the only surprise about it all, because America already know they got it. Russia has offered to extend the New START treaty beyond February 2021, but Washington has yet to respond one way or another. And we already know, even if they do try to renew this treaty, man, when this talks of peace, then suddenly destruction shall come, man. So it's not going to throw me off if they try to renew this thing, this peace treaty, this, nuclear weapons treaty. It's not going to surprise me. Because guess what? Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai has all this under control. And he said when he talks of peace, man, that's when sudden destruction is going to come. So we need that. We need that to pop off so we can get this kingdom, so we get the fuck up out of here. So the prophecies can continue to roll. You understand? Russia is the only nation that currently fields hypersonic missiles. Both the avant-garde and its shorter-range airplane-launched cousins, the Kinzhal, according to Putin. Russian military scientists are also working on developing defenses against such weapons, if there are any. So not only do they got the hottest missiles right now, when I say hot, I'm talking about speed. These are the fastest missiles in the world right now. They're also building a defense against that, of missiles of that speed. No one else has missiles that are this fast. But they're going to, not only they're going to be the first ones to bring, they already did it. Not only do they have these super hypersonic missiles, but they're going to build the first defense. They're going to build the first defense against such said missiles. So what does that tell you? When America retaliates and sends nukes over there, they're going to have the technology and the defense to prepare for it, to intercept it. It's obvious, man. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful times we're living in. But I'm going to go ahead and cut it short. I'm about to read all this shit, man. We know what time it is. We already know what time it is. Let's get to some bread real quick. Let's break some bread, and we'll go ahead and end it. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 14. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow. Shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against the Lord. It is no need for me to run down the list of the sins of this place, okay, that they commit against the Lord. This is the whore of Babylon. This is the perverse wine of fornication that proceedeth out of this land and to all the lands of the earth. It all starts here in the West. Okay, this is where adultery is normalized, homosexuality is normalized, righteousness is cast down. Anybody who stands for righteousness makes himself a prey. This just is the place. This is spiritual Egypt. This is spiritual Sodom and Gomorrah. This is spiritual Babylon. This is that place. We are in the belly of the beast here in America, okay? But the Lord said, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all you that bend the bow. Shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against the Lord, man. Indeed. Let's continue. Verse 15. Shout against her round about. She has given her hand. So that basically means she's throwing the white flag. Her foundations are falling, man. All these buildings, all these bases, everything out here is just going to be leveled, man. The Lord's going to cause these other nations, including Russia, to level this bitch, man. To break the pride of this place, man. And her walls are thrown down. For it is the vengeance of the Lord. Take vengeance upon her. If she has done, do unto her. So what has America been doing since its conception? And the tables are just now turning. America has been going to war with every other country, pushing its political agendas based on the foundations of lies, witchcraft, to proceed to conquer, covet fields, oil fields, steal, kill, and destroy all over the earth. All that thievery, all that spoiling is about to come here to America, man. And call Halal Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. We're not going to weep for this place. The elect ain't weeping for this place, man. We understand why this is happening. Why these degenerate 2/3, especially these Edomites and these heathens, these atheists, all the wicked, they're going to be wondering why. That's when they're going to cry out to the Lord. They're going to be wondering why these things are happening, man. But they're going to figure it out the hard way because the Lord's going to turn his face from them. You understand? But let's continue. Oh, damn. Let's go to Revelations chapter 18, verse 10. Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city, Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. The Lord gonna level this bitch in 1 hour. And it's gonna happen suddenly. Suddenly. Okay? And we just read that Russia got that technology to make it happen suddenly. Okay? And the Lord's gonna bring it suddenly. Okay? And in 1 hour, man, and these other nations are gonna stand off afar, man. And these other nations are gonna be sad because when America folds, that means that's they ass. They're gonna fold because America makes a lot of other countries money through commerce and trade. Okay? So when this place fails, these other nations' economies are going to fail. There's going to be a domino effect, and everybody's going to be affected. Okay? Let's continue. Let's go to Psalms. Let's end it with Psalms 137, y'all. Let's make some connections here. But many of the brethren bring this out all the time. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem. You said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. Okay? This happened multiple times concerning Esau, Edom. This happened when the Babylonian captivity in the days of Esdras, Salaki, in the days of Baruch, and in the days of Jeremiah. Okay, Baruch was still in the land of Jerusalem, and Jeremiah went with the brethren into captivity to Babylon. Okay, just a little bit of history on that time period. And Esau was like, raise it. When the brothers were trying to escape, the Edomites were capturing them, either putting them to death, raping the women, turning them to the Babylonians. Yeah. Then we had the Roman besiegement in 69-70 AD, which was the most recent and final destruction of our land under the rulership, under the invasion of Titus. Okay. And I have a book, Josephus, that explains what happened. They sieged the land, cut off all the food, all the resources. People were searching the field, eating cow shit, looking for doo-doo to eat. Because the Romans were starving them. They besieged their walls, lit the whole city on fire. Yeah, the southern kingdom. So that was the Roman besiegement in Jerusalem under Titus. And Titus was an Edomite. He was a Roman. Okay? And then that caused the diaspora into Africa, right? And then pertaining to Psalms 83, the tabernacles of Edom once again was involved with the direct enslavement of our people. We're actually still in the hands of Esau. Okay, but the times are turning. Because pertaining to 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, verse 9, I believe. I don't know if it's 6 verse 9 or 9 verse 6, brothers. I gotta tighten up now. I gotta tighten up. I've been in my non-canon books. I need to get back in the Bible and revisit so I can embed this in my mind better. But I believe it's 2nd Ezra 6:9. The end is with Esau and the beginning is with Jacob. So now we're coming to the end, okay? And we know we're coming to the end because it's becoming the end of Esau. So people are like, oh, it's the end of the world, it's the end. When these missiles are going off and everything's being brought to shit. The economy crashes. Everybody's going to think it's the end, but the elect, we know it's the beginning for us, man. You know, it's going to be the beginning for us. But King David wrote, "Remember, O Lord, against the sons of Edom, the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it to its very foundation." Esau has been very, very supportive about the destruction of our people and the destruction of our nation. Okay. And then likewise, I can't speak for all you brothers, but I know I'm very supportive about the destruction of their nation and the destruction of their people. Okay. It's a beautiful thing to watch the fall of your enemies. Let's go to the next verse, verse 8. "O daughter of Babylon." That's the connection between Esau and the daughter of Babylon. So we know that America is the daughter of Babylon, right? We know that. That's just common. That's like milk when you come into this truth. That's one of the first things that the Ruach HaKodesh, man. That's one of the first things the Spirit teaches you when you come in this truth. Is what is Babylon? Where is Babylon? Who is Babylon? Okay, and I'm precepting it right now. It's Edom. It's the tabernacle of Esau. And that's right over here in America. Okay? "Who art to be destroyed." Oh, damn. Oh, it's already prophesied, it's written, it's going to happen. Those avant-garde missiles are going to light this bitch up, man. Like I said, people not even going to see it coming. You people not even going to see it coming. Buildings are just going to be exploding. You're like, what the hell? Boom, another building going to explode. You're like, what the hell? What is happening? People not even going to know if it's a bomb that went off inside the building. Or they're not, like, it ain't going to be like 9/11 when people saw the plane crash into the building. Nah. These just going to be buildings exploding and being decimated and people running for their lives. Having buildings fall on them. Being blown to smithereens. It's going to be beautiful, man. "O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy is the one who repays you as you have served us." So you destroyed the nation of Israel. So the Lord's going to have joy in destroying you. Call Halalim, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Until next time. Shalom.